Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Good afternoon. So I hope we are still high on our spirit because there is a very enriching sessions are going on. First of all, I would like to thank Indian Chemical News for this wonderful sessions. 2 days we had a lot of enriching panel discussions. I personally learned a lot. I tried to make myself crisp and I came here with a very, very interesting topic. How Siemens, as an organization, we are driving the decarbonization journey in global chemical organization, chemical and pharmaceutical organizations. My name is Sourav Ghosh. I'm heading business development in Siemens India. I'm based out of Mumbai for chemical and the pharmaceutical industry. So decarbonizing our economy is arguably the biggest challenge of our time. So all of us know that in 2015 in Paris Summit, the global framework has been made to keep the global temperature rise 1.5 degrees Celsius over the pre-industrial era. So that's the benchmark of 1.5 degrees Celsius. If it goes beyond that, there will be the circumstances will happen which will be irreversible. Okay. So India is on right way. Our government stands committed to bring down our carbon intensity of our economy more than 45% by 2030 and our mission that we will achieve net zero by 2070. So we heard a lot of interesting sessions, and for that, a very curiosity in come in our mind that today, how Indian chemical industry is saying that. We have seen that a lot of initiatives have been driven, but whether Indian chemical industry still thinks it is a regulatory thing, it is a liability, or it is an opportunity. Let me share my experience. The industry leaders with whom I am interacting, I am seeing all of them are taking it as an opportunity. Why? Because they see they could able to venture into the new era, on the new business era, on the new business market, which is highly growth driven. For example, we just heard about this green molecular development or the green arena, the green sustainability feedstock. They are seeing that they could able to extract a premium from their customers. So it is definitely an opportunity. It is not a liability anymore. Now, in any case, if it goes beyond 1.5 degrees Celsius, what will happen? You can see the consequence over here. Don't misunderstood my slide. I think I have not put a very fierce picture. Don't misunderstood that Mumbai will become Venice. We are very happy the way we are living. We are happy with Mumbai. We don't want to live in Venice. So this is artistic eye. So this could be a consequence in future if we are not taking the call of nature. Let's talk about Indian industry now. So some customer or some people, I don't think so these people are sitting here in this room might argue why we are putting this topic so much in focus, because India still contributing 8%, total 8% of the total emission happens globally. Definitely we are still less than our Western developed countries. But if you see the statistics, I don't think so we should be content with our status quo. So 30% of the CO2 emissions are happening from Indian manufacturing industry. I'm not including the power generation industry, the energy generation or the power sector. It is the purely coming from the manufacturing industry. 30% of the CO2 is getting emitted from the manufacturing industry. Our manufacturing industry is not much energy efficient. 40% of the total energy which is produced by Indian incorporation, that has been consumed by industry, manufacturing industry. So it is not very energy efficient yet. Though we talk about a lot of dependency or our increasing dependency on renewables, I know in our neighboring state like Gujarat, in Rajasthan, a lot of investments are happening. We are gradually on the way of energy transitions. However, still we have a long way to go. So only 28% of the consumed energy are coming from the renewable source. So it is a big time to worry. We have to accelerate our steps for the energy transition. So I will start a very interesting topic called PCF, the product carbon footprint. Yeah. So in different forums we have touched this little bit, but this topic I think need a bit more attention that we have given. This PCF, the product carbon footprint, is going to be a digital product passport. One of the session I heard about it, this digital product passport. So this will be revolutionized. So like we need our visa passport when we cross Indian border, similar way, your product which you are producing in India, that will also need a product passport when it will cross Indian boundary. So PCF is getting more and more important product attribute in future, or it is starting from today. And how we'll start this journey? It starts with data. Now here I have to set the context. Also we have briefly spoken about different pockets of emission. We spoke about scope 1, scope 2, scope 3, but we have to really deeply understand what this different scope all about. Scope 1 predominantly talking about the energy or the CO2 emission happen from our own production, from the manufacturing facility. Scope 2, the purchase power, gas, from that, the production process of the power, gas, the carbon gets emitted. That's the scope 2. But the scope 3, you have to really understand the scope 3, it is coming predominantly from your supply and the distribution chain, where you have a very limited impact, you have a very limited control out of it. And believe me, yesterday somebody said it is 50%, I disagree. It is accounting around 85 to 90%. So only 10 to 15%, all the initiative you are taking is under control. So only taking initiative within your production premises is not enough. You will be contributing only 10 to 15% depending on the industry. For example, the cement metal is a very, very highly kind of a CO2 emitted industry. Chemical comes third as per the SBTI. So how much control will impose? Only 10 to 15, maximum 20%. The bigger chunk of this emission is coming from supply chain. So here you have to take or enable, or you have to embrace yourself with a technology which could able to help you to decarbonize your supply chain also, your upstream and downstream process. I need your attention, so because of the paucity of time, I will not elaborate more. I'm playing a half-minute video which will demystify all these different pockets of emissions. Please have a look at that video.
If you want to decarbonize industry, the best place to start is with yourself. The challenge, up to 90% of CO2 emissions are not generated within your company, but along the supply chain. To get transparency about your product carbon footprint, you'll need actual data from your suppliers, and their suppliers, and their sub-suppliers. Conventional static PCF reporting doesn't provide this. It works with average figures. Some suppliers are disconnected, and some simply distrust the process. Seagreen enables efficient communication by connecting you with your suppliers for frequent data updates, trustworthy and confidential. Suppliers can have their data certified independently and use TSX blockchain technology to keep sensitive information confidential while sharing verifiable proof with their customer. Seagreen is a management tool that supports data-driven decisions to reduce product carbon footprints and accelerate decarbonization Dynamic PCF, actual, confidential, and verifiable. If you
So it is a very short video. I think it gave you the message adequately. So we have to embrace technology to get the transparency of your supply chain, which is emitting the maximum chunk of this greenhouse gases. So here we are talking about a distributed ledger technology called the blockchain-based technology, which is actually creating this transparency. But before I get into this technology, that's not the purpose. The purpose is that how we are partnering the chemical industry. Here I will take a pause and say how we in Siemens is driving this initiative. So as a global organization, we pledge to decarbonize ourselves by 2030 from our own operation and the supply chain by 2050. What I'm talking the scope 3 emission, which is the most critical one. So Siemens globally, we have 166,000 suppliers who are spreading across 150 countries. You can understand how much challenging job it will be. And we are taking support of this technology. And what we are going to talk about, if Siemens is taking this initiative, if Germany is taking this initiative, whether it will help to decarbonize? No, it will not. And that's the reason it is our pledge to make this software, it is called as a software as a service, as a free subscription base. So it is, people do not have to buy it, people do not have to subscribe, it is freely available. So it is our pledge to decarbonize the whole industry, the whole nation across all companies. So this is our pledge for the decarbonization journey. So Segreen is a blockchain-based technology which will connect your shop floor as well as your ERP MES network. And it complies different industry standards because our manufacturers cater across the different industries. In chemical industry, the standards we follow called TFS, maybe everybody heard about it, is called Together for Sustainability. So that organization set the standards which Segreen complies. So it perfectly fits with the whole ecosystem. Siemens truly believe that all technology cannot be coming from one company. It requires a partnership. So the Segreen is perfectly combined. We have a very open APIs through which you could be able to combine this software within your own ecosystem. So we spoke about the scope 3 emission, but what about scope 1, scope 2? What about the emission coming from your own industry? If you're making a one single product, it is easy. You will make some kind of an energy meter, you will see how much energy get consumed, and you could be able to monitor scope 1, scope 2. But in a multi-specialty chemical plant, you are producing multi-product. So in a multi-product environment, it makes more challenge to understand which product is consuming how much carbon. And that is only possible if you are considering a kind of a high fidelity process modeling system based on GPROM. So GPROM is I will finish in next 5 minutes or 2 to 3 minutes maybe. Okay. Fine, I can understand. Okay. So this is the process modeling system which will capture the scope 1, scope 2 emission and transfer to Segreen, which will seamlessly calculate the overall PCF value. So we have a tie-up with the TFS. So globally, 47 top chemical companies are following that, and they are making a partnership with Siemens for their decarbonization journey. So I will end my presentation here, which I would request next time for ICN. We have heard about the decarbonization journey, we have heard about the circular economy, but which we have not touched here, how to intensify your manufacturing process for a sustainable production. Okay, so this is the initiative which is coming organically within the organization, and we have patently, Siemens India developed some patented solution which we'd love to present, but for the paucity of time, I'm ending here. But I'm looking forward to your feedback, your engagement, so that we can discuss after the session. Thank you very much for your time. This is my coordinate. If you want, you can contact with me with this coordinate. Thank you.